Hi, it's Andrew from C1D Paintball. Now, while this is the third video from our first ever outing at ASA Paintball, the game you're about to see is actually the first we played all day. Now, each map we played this day had a different game type, and with each game type you swap sides, so 2 games to each map, which means there'll be a second video of this map coming out soon. It actually may be out by the time you're watching this one. Now, we walked out to a small clearing in a woods-only part of the facility, and as this overhead view shows, clearing is a rough term as the entire area is a tree-covered one. Now, of course, being the first time on the field, we have no idea of the layout. The only non-natural area of the map is a small path and a little footbridge over a gully. We soon learned that we're going to play Capture the Flag, where the flag is placed on this lone hill, basically in the middle of the map. While Connor and I have played paintball for a few years, it's one of the few times we've actually played Capture the Flag. Now, I think for these 2 videos based on this game type and map, the gist you'll get from it is that we had to learn on the fly, as we try to use some experience we have in other scenarios to help us make decisions, especially the transition from the first game to the second. And there were a lot of other people who hadn't played on this map before, so we weren't the only rookies. So we'll start on this footbridge while the enemy starts here. The only thing we know is that the gully is the boundary along this side of the field. Well, a correction of the statement, because we of course do know that the flag is basically around here, as I showed a bit earlier in the video. I do say we know the flag is here because we actually don't have visual on the flag from the starting point. Otherwise, we're trying to soak everything up as we wait for the game to start.
I think they're going to shoot at first. I'm going to wait back. I may have some guys run up and shoot right away up in the field. We don't know if somebody's going to run. Pour le flag, on faut tourner ici?
Non, faut ramener là-bas.
Oh oui? Okay. Too bad. Yeah, I think you'll hit the road basically. Where'd you put your thing? So you know what? I'm going to use it, eh? I'm going to go back up to the ship. I just close your back up. Lefty!
Alright, so here we are. First game of the day on a natural field, except for this footbridge next to me. I'm essentially on the left side of the trench, right where we started. There's this forest area to the left of the main path ahead of me. Of course the flag is to the right, but that forest seems like a natural place to push forward and sweep around northeastward, and I have no less than 3 teammates beside me with the same idea. A more direct drive to the flag seems so obvious and frankly too high a risk from this area. Now once more, we can't actually see the flag location from here, but on the right side where Connor is, they do have visual on the flag, but it's not an easy go, with a more densely forested area on the extreme right of the map.
Watch the long balls! Watch the long ball, boys!
Well, 2 of the 3 guys who are beside me, who I figured would go northeast swing, are already out. So the woods on the left side is not a great strategy this time out, as the enemy is clearly set up to defend there. Now, all along our front, there are long balls firing from the other side, driving a lot of us under cover. Now, I have a decent LOS on the path straight ahead, so while we're not sending players to the woods to the left of it, I feel I'm in a good position to prevent the enemy from going there as well. In fact, with my position, I feel I need to cover so we don't get flanked from these woods. Not too much further into this video, you'll see the ref in the distance here. He's basically standing where the path is, and I can use him as a point of reference.
Murder on the left. I got a line on the left. You good there?
These 2 players have actually played here before, so having them sandwiched between Connor and I feel a bit better, assuming they know what to expect here.
It's a long ball, they're arcing them in.
Zero Dragons!
Okay, so it's a minute in, and just around me I've already seen 3 skilled players on my team taken out. You also saw me had 2 small exchanges shooting towards the gap where the ref is. In the first one, the enemy returned fire and nearly hit me as I literally drove myself into the gully to avoid getting hit. I actually briefly looked to my left in case the enemy had advanced after I ducked those shots, but I don't see anything for now. In a minute, I went from looking into these woods on the left as a good place to launch an attack, and now I fear it's a huge liability that can knock us out of the game.
Get the left covered. Anybody get the flag in view? What, the flag? Try to wait for him.
So, we're sitting tight here as it seems there's only 2 of us left. And basically we're waiting it out as rookies on this map, as literally every teammate we have seen go up has been killed. At this point I hope Connor has an LOS on the flag. If he doesn't, at worst we'll try to stop a push to plant the bomb in our spawn if the enemy has it. There'll be a couple of segments I fast forward as there was a bit of waiting here, albeit very anxious, nervous waiting.
Coming in, coming. Hit, out. Coming out. Yeah.
Now we got hit from the right woods on Connor's side, and after the game he told me there was a lot of action there compared to the left woods I was near. So these woods over here seem to be the place to advance. So we're going to have a better understanding for the map for the second part of the round, but we still do have a lot of gaps to fill. Stay tuned for part 2 of this video. As far as this one, it's over. Thanks for watching, and please subscribe if you haven't. Until next time, help new players out and you'll help grow the future of the game.
Game over.